So today we're going to be making some tender Japanese milk bread. The recipe I'm using is just King Arthur's. I just googled it, and I always weigh my ingredients when I'm baking. It's just a little bit more accurate. We're making tan zong to start, which is just a simple mixture that makes the bread extra fluffy, and we're going to heat it until it gets thick. We're going to cool it off next and also melt our butter and cool it, because if you don't melt it, it might ruin the yeast. And now I'm just going to make my dough. I'm just putting all my dry ingredients together. And some recipes say to put the wet ingredients in one at a time, but this one just said do it all at once, so I'm just going to go for it. Next, we're going to mix it or knead it for about 10 to 15 minutes. I scraped down the sides a little bit just to make sure I got all the dough. It's going to take about 10 minutes for it to come together, and you'll see that the dough does become a little bit less sticky and will come together off the sides. Next, I'm just gonna let the dough rest for about an hour and a half, and I'm gonna cover it with a plastic bag because I ran out of cling wrap. I also turned my AC off because yeast really likes a hot environment. So you can see now it's very fluffy and has risen a lot. And now I'm actually going to make my rolls by measuring out even amounts and rolling them in a little ball. You can make 8 to 10. I chose to make 8 and make them a little bit bigger. Now we're going to grease our pan and let our rolls sit in my hot kitchen for about another 50 minutes and let them rise. So now that they've risen again, they're extra fluffy, and I'm going to wash them with milk, which gives a nice crust on it. And I'm going to bake them at 350 until it's about 190 degrees on the inside. So thanks for watching. I hope you've liked my Japanese milk roll recipe. They're super fluffy and tender and definitely worth the time and effort.